Welcome back to my channel. Grieving is the new normal for parents, grieving parents, whatever the name is. I can never remember what I named my channel. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm a newbie at this, so we'll see how it goes. Joey's Angelversary is fast approaching. Fast approaching. It's going to be 5 years on the 24th of this month, and it's already the 7th. So the 5 years has just flown, and it still is unfathomable that my child has been gone for 5 years. I still feel like he is just off living his life, and he's busy and doesn't have time for mom, and and I don't know if that's my heart or my brain trying to trick me to protect me. I do know that that's what the body does. It tricks you into insanity, because that's all it is. It's insane to think that Joey is just somewhere doing something when he's not somewhere in this realm. He is not on this planet. He is not upright and whole. He's not here. He's not with me. He's not talking to me. I'm not talking to him. And it's hard, and I'm going to try really hard to stay positive in my posts. Grieving is it's really a hard thing to do in private. It's a really hard thing to do with family. It's a really hard thing to do with friends, and it's really a very hard thing to do with strangers. I'm not going to sit and pretend that there's no good moments in my life. I have 2 beautiful granddaughters. Joey would have loved his nieces like nobody else. They would have become his everything. And I have no doubt about that. I miss Joey greatly. And I try very hard to believe that he is in a good place and that he is surrounded by love and light. But I still get angry that he's not here with me, and that I know he was on loan, and I know he wasn't mine to keep, and I know that God needed him more than he needed to be here with me. And I know these things. These are not things that people have said to me. These are things that I know and I feel in my heart. But on a selfish level, I still feel like I've been denied this experience that I hear other people have when their loved one passes away. I feel them all around me. I can feel their presence. I get signs to let me know that they're here. Excuse me. I feel really jilted because I don't feel him all around me. I don't feel his presence. I don't feel I get signs. I have people that tell me I'm just not open to them, and I'm like, well, bullshit. If he wants to send me a sign, I'm gonna freaking watch for it. I'm gonna find a sign where I can find one. I'm desperate. I'm looking everywhere. And then I have people tell me that that's wise, because I'm desperate and I'm looking everywhere. I'm not gonna see them because I'm looking at everything. All I know is this human being that I created with his sperm donor. I carried his life as it began inside my body. The bond that we had, it can't just be severed by death. How is that possible? The energies that we have together, the life that we had as one before he became this incredible young man, his own individual, his own human being, our energies were still created from the same energy, and we shared that energy, and we shared that bond. I share it with my daughter. You all share it with your children. I'm sure of it. You may not have ever sat down and really thought of it, but when you're creating a life and all of these cells are splitting and they're splitting and they're creating this wonderful, magical, beautiful little thing inside of you, and then you feel it move. How can that energy and that bond just fizzle into nothing with death? I can imagine it's going to be kind of that feeling of how does it fizzle when my mom, no offense to dads, but moms, we carry those babies in our bellies. If one of you dies, mom or baby, how does that energy just go away and leave nothing? Nothing. So I feel jilted, and I want to be positive, and I want to think of my son in these warm, wonderful, loving thoughts. And I do. I have lots of wonderful, loving thoughts of Joey. I also have lots of thought of that little turd that he was when he was little, getting kicked out of every daycare he ever went to. And every day I got a phone call from the school when he was in elementary school. Do you know what Joey did today? I remember the time Joey picked the freaking dandelions in the front yard and brought them into me and said, "Mommy, these are for you." I have loving memories. I have frustrated memories. I don't know what I'm going to do for his Angelversary. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to, I know I'm just going to curl up in bed that day, and I'm going to spend the day with quiet reflection. I need to be there for my daughter better than I have been. She's been grieving alone, and that's my fault. I didn't know how to help her in her grieving when I'm so deep in mine. Five years too many. Every year is harder than the last. It does not get better. It does not get easier. Happy moments happen, but they're bittersweet because he should be here experiencing the happy moments too. But anyway, I'm not sure when I'll be back on. Eventually, at some point. Like I said in the previous video, I'm going to try not to crawl into myself and into this shell this year for his Angelversary and his birthday and the holidays. This is a time of year that I really fear. I fear myself. Is this the year that I'm going to not be able to handle it? Because I don't feel like I'm going to. And then I end up doing it. But so anyways, thanks for stopping in. It really wasn't much of a help to anybody else who may be grieving, except to maybe if you're going through the same thing, the same kind of feeling of jilted. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you I know how you feel, but I'm there for you. Till next time.